Hello everyone, in this section we'll introduce O&M Center. Find Data Link allows you to manage scheduled tasks, pipeline tasks, data service, view the running status of tasks, monitor the task status in real time, and display detailed task running records, providing better basis for task tuning. First, the scheduled task function supports various scheduling scenarios, enabling periodic and automatic task execution. With Find Data Link parameters, it can achieve incremental and full data synchronization to the target table. Both manual execution and automatic scheduling execution are supported. In development mode, you can set the number of retries after failure, timeout limit, dirty data tolerance, and failure notification method. Here we introduce the concept of dirty data. The concept of dirty data is used in both scheduled and pipeline tasks. For scheduled tasks, we define data that cannot be written because it doesn't match the configuration of the target field, such as the length type of the target field, the missing target field, or the non-null constraint of the target field. In addition, if the primary key conflict policy of the write mode is regarded as dirty data with the same primary key, the data with the same primary key is also treated as dirty data. The dirty data defined in the pipeline task is the same as the first rule in our scheduled task, that is, the data that cannot be written because it does not match the configuration of the target field is dirty data. For batch scheduled task O&M, you can view the running record of the tasks in the scheduled tasks, including the status of successful and failed runs, and retry tasks that fail or have dirty data in batches. Batch scheduling plans can be configured in scheduling plans. In task management, you can display the number of scheduled tasks, the status of task scheduling, and the execution status of scheduling, and set result notifications, fault tolerance mechanisms, and task attributes in batches. Suppose we have created a new task in data development, and then we have created its data source, destination, and write method in development mode. We want to do a synchronization operation on this data. We can set up the task control. For example, we want to set dirty data tolerance, that is, the task will stop when the number of dirty data exceeds the number of rows. Here we set that if the dirty data exceeds one row, the task will report an error. Then we set up a result notification, that is, when the task is abnormal, it will be notified to the specified user, and when dirty data appears, it will also be notified to the specified user. We set the platform user group to be the administrator account and the notification channel to be the platform. Of course, users can also choose email, SMS, etc. We save the settings and publish to production mode. Then in production mode, we configure a schedule. We expect this scheduled task to be updated every other day, and the update time of each day can be specified. You can specify the current time, and the update schedule will be carried out all the time. At this point, we have completed the task setup. When the task is executed according to our schedule, if the task fails to be executed, the corresponding user on the platform will receive a notification: the task has failed. We can see the details in the running log. At the same time, since we set a tolerance threshold for dirty data, it will also send a notification if the dirty data written by this task exceeds the threshold we set. You can also view the details in the scheduled tasks of O&M Center. Select O&M Center in the platform, and then we click Statistics. The page shows the number of rows of our dirty data, and clicking on it shows the error type of dirty data. We can adjust our data table to write data based on the error type, and then retry the task. If you select the scheduling plan, the page displays the scheduling status of all tasks. The task here is set to be executed every other day. We can also set up a batch schedule. For example, we can add a batch schedule, then configure the schedule name, add tasks, and then set the batch schedule. Finally, in task management, you can view total tasks and number of tasks configured with scheduling plan. At the same time, you can also search for tasks, check whether the task is published, and edit the scheduling status directly. The next step is the operation and maintenance of pipeline tasks. We support individual pipeline task management, and you can view the running status of a task, the amount of data to be synchronized, the dirty data of a data table, and the running log of the task. You can also manage tasks in batches in O&M Center, view task running status, data synchronization performance, check and handle exceptions. Next, I will explain to you with a simple example. After entering the Find Data Link platform, we select Data Pipeline, where we can see all the pipeline tasks. If we select a specified task in a folder, the right side of the interface will display some details of the task, such as the source database information of the task, the target database information, and the running status of the task. On the right side, we can also directly start, pause, and edit tasks. Here is the activity management. For example, by clicking Real-Time Statistics, we can view the total number of historical reads of a task, the total amount of data that has been read and output since the first run of the task, the amount of data to be synchronized, and the real-time rate of read and output data. We can also view all the synchronized data from the source database. In this case, this table is the synchronized table. Its synchronization phase is currently an incremental synchronization phase. In addition, it generated 3 rows of dirty data. When we click on the dirty data, we can see the types of dirty data errors and the reasons for the errors. At the same time, we can export the dirty data, or we can retry the dirty data or skip the dirty data. Retry dirty data means that the cached dirty data is submitted again and the data volume statistics are updated. Skipping dirty data means that the cached dirty data is deleted and cannot be recovered. In addition, we can retry, skip, or resync all data tables with dirty data in batches. We can also look at its logs. For example, there are records of key nodes of the task, etc. For historical statistics, you can filter the historical data synchronization status to view the synchronization status of a specified period. The running log, which shows a detailed information of what we are currently running. If we want to manage pipeline tasks in batches, we can select O&M Center Task Management. This page displays all pipeline tasks, where we can filter the specified pipeline tasks, view the total number of tasks, the operation status, the running start time, dirty data, etc. At the same time, we can also start the task. If we want to manage tasks in batches, we can select the specified tasks under the folder and then start or delete them in batches. Finally, there is the O&M Center of Data Service. We can use data service operation and maintenance to view task management, operation monitoring, call records, and batch bringing the APIs online and offline. We enter the O&M Center and select API Management under Data Service. The API list will show you all the APIs. We can see the total number of API on the right side as well as the total number of online APIs and offline APIs. You can also select specified APIs to perform batch online and offline operations. If we want to view the API calls, we can click on the View Detail in the corresponding position of the specified API, and we can see the call records of the specified API. For example, if we select an API or a folder, we can see the total number of calls, the number of call failures, and the average call time. Then you can also perform a filter based on the status of the call and the error, so as to manage the API we publish in batches. At the same time, our API management and call records can be used to manage applications, and all applications will be displayed here. The call record is the same, showing the record of a call to the API bound to all applications. We can see the record of a call to the corresponding API under an application. That's all about O&M Center.